Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttradesolutions.com on a Friday. Let's get right to the charts. We've had some selling here, obviously, since the weekend. Let's go ahead and get to the charts right away here. So I wrote over the weekend, again, if you haven't subscribed to the newsletter, I wrote over the weekend that I felt that the sell-off on Friday was a little bit different, that characteristic. Because of the fact that it happened on a Friday during the high volume session, whereas the previous two corrections have been, coming into a Sunday and the thin volume kind of futures, and so on and so forth. So far, that has been correct. Now, here's where we're at today. The S&P and the NASDAQ still pretty much in a range. We're kind of trying to recover here off of these lows here. The NASDAQ is coming off a pivot. So generally speaking, we're still in this kind of mired in this massive trading range. The Dow actually did pick up because of Home Depot and whatever. And Russell is the one that's getting hit a little bit harder today, coming into some really decent levels, by the way. Bitcoin also got hit pretty hard. We here at TTS were in a short position in that. We covered that, and you can see that's also recovering, largely again tracking the NASDAQ. I think there's it's not a 100% correlation, but what's also changing is the VIX did come up to the prior peak here at 22. Sentiment, which I talk about constantly, finally is breaking in terms of the call ratios were extreme all the way down, meaning that retail traders were buying calls. Now they've backed away, and now they're actually now on the more bearish side, which means that we're probably going to get a bounce. So that's something I talk about constantly and write about and talk to my members about. The ISEE index. And rates have come off pretty sharply as well, as a growth scare with a lot of the sentiment numbers on the economy coming off, becoming very I guess depressed. A lot of people with egg prices and all this kind of stuff. A lot of kind of layoffs, as you know, with Doge and all that. So this is not a good thing. If especially if we come crashing down in rates, bonds rallying. But remember, bonds rallying could be a symptom of safe haven trading and could be a slowing economy. So it just depends on. Some people will say, well, this is probably good for real estate, of course, but you can't buy a house if you don't have a job. So it's kind of a conundrum that we have right now, where lower rates seem like they're good for the economy, but maybe not. We'll see. It's too early to say. We got core PCE on Friday. Dollar dead in the water. There's nothing happening there. It looks like it wants to break down. And then oil. This is another kind of reflection of the economy. Oil looks like it's headed to 66 a barrel. Who knows? It's just been very, very choppy. But clearly 66 a barrel is a very key resistance area. And then we've been talking a lot about nat gas futures. They've gapped down on Sunday and just been now huge consolidation area right now. I think maybe we start a new range between 350 and possibly in 450, big broad range in nat gas. So to summarize here, I think obviously Nvidia may impact the market. If it pops, we'll get a short-term recovery. Also watching sentiment very carefully. I don't think we're kind of in that panic mode yet. Maybe we need that still, but or we just kind of stay range bound here. So we'll see how that goes. And then obviously Friday, core PCE, that's also going to be an important metric for the economy. So, all right, so subscribe to the newsletter. If you haven't done so, their links are below. I have a class coming up on Thursday, which is apropos about extremes. You see stocks like Palantir just getting crushed. A lot of these momentum names just getting hammered. And so, this is part of what I'm talking about, mispricing extremes and so on and so forth. So that's coming up on Thursday. Sign up for that as well. Give me a thumbs up and so forth. I'll see you on Friday. Take care.